What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. My name's Rock Soldier, and today we're going to be continuing our journey through the Lonely Vibes Deluxe Edition by Josh A. We are on the fourth song off the deluxe part of the album, and we're going to be checking out On the Edge today. So I'm super excited to check out this track, guys. We're going to hop right into it. Let's get it.
I've been down this road before. I've been broken down by all of my problems. And I've been in this war, but all these trenches just ain't new to me now. And I'm on the edge again, but I won't break down again before I find it. I'm always falling down, but I won't run. No, I'm not done, yeah.
Okay, so he hopped right into this track. Usually there's a little bit more of a build up, or maybe a little music in the beginning, but not this track, which is okay. Just something I noticed. But the sound, man, like that guitar, it's so reminiscent. It's almost like, I feel like it sounds almost like a Painless, but the Arcando remix. Kind of how he does it there before the beat drops a little bit. I feel like that's kind of how the guitar sounds. It's really like soothing. It's got a good sound to it, a good vibe to it. But right off the beginning, man, you know, we're talking about On the Edge here. I've been down this road before, and I've been broken down by all my problems. And, you know, I've been in this war for you know, a long time. And he says, these trenches just ain't new to me now. And that he's on the edge again, but he won't break down because he's been in these trenches before. And he's been at this war for a long time. But saying, so, you know, he's on the edge again, but ultimately, it's not going to push him over, you know. He said, I'm always falling, you know, I may always be falling down, but I won't run because I'm not done. I'm not done trying. I'm not done living my life and trying to further myself as an individual, right?
I'm on the edge again, but I won't break down again before I find it. I'm always falling down, but I won't run. No, I'm not done, yeah. I've been lost in my mind. What's the cost if I try? Scared of letting go cause I don't know what's on the other side. Another day in my bed again. What's the point of...
I hate to pause it again so soon, but like right off the start, man, I've been lost in my mind. What's the cost if I try? What's the cost if I try to fix this, right? If I do come out the other side, you know, what's the cost, right? I'm scared of letting go because I don't know what's on the other side, right? So basically, that fear of the unknown is kind of holding him back a little bit, is what he's saying. Because what's the cost, right? You know, I don't know. I could end up in a worse place than I was before, which is definitely not what he wants, right?
No, I'm not done, yeah. I've been lost in my mind. What's the cost if I try? Scared of letting go cause I don't know what's on the other side. Another day in my bed again. What's the point of living life if you just play pretend while everyone's passing you by? And I try, tell me that it's okay, even if it's not true. Tell me that I won't change. Catch me when I'm falling, when I'm calling. Don't know where I'm going, I don't want this. I blame myself again before I mess up. I bottle all the pain, I'ma drown my mistakes. I've been down this road before now, always in this war now. And now I'm on.
Okay, so, you know, the second part of that verse, I feel like is kind of more just like a cry for help. Maybe not necessarily a cry, but like, you know, you get the idea. You know, because he says, you know, what's the point of living life if you just pretend when everyone's passing you by, when you're around other people? What's the point if you just pretend, right? What's the point in not being, you know, real, so to speak? But you know, he says, you know, he's kind of just asking for someone to tell me that it's okay, even if that's not the case. You know, can someone be there to catch me, you know, when I'm down a little bit or when I'm falling? And then he goes right, you know, into the next part of the song, and he says, you know, he blames himself before he even messes up again, right? So it's kind of like he's talked about this before, kind of just inherently kind of just blaming yourself before anything bad goes wrong, right? Because if you're already kind of like on top of it, then nothing can go wrong, right? But you're kind of beating yourself up, and you know, even like, you know, little things, you know, like kind of blanking on the exact words right now, but the you know, like how when someone, you know, calls themselves stupid, you know, that kind of thing does play on your mind a little bit. Like you say that enough, your mind will start to believe it, even if you say you're joking, right? Eventually, you know, those things do have like a little bit of an effect on you, and I feel like that's kind of where he's getting at with that part of the line there. And I like the little play on, you know, like a bottle and stuff. He says, I bottled the pain, and I'm gonna drown my mistakes, kind of like a reference to alcohol. Which I don't know if he had a problem with alcohol or if it was just pills. But nonetheless, you know, he goes on to say, you know, he's been down this road before, always in this war now, which again, we talked about. He's been in these trenches before, he's been down this road before, and he's not going to let it push himself over the edge ultimately.
Before I mess up, bottle of the pain, I'ma drown my mistakes now. I've been down this road before now, always in this war now. And now I'm on the edge again, but I won't break down again before I find it. I'm always falling down, but I won't run, no, I'm not done. Letting go, swear I'll never go back. So alone, I'm my own, but I never showed that. I got everything I ever wanted, but it doesn't feel the same. Tell myself I made it, but I never really changed. I guess I'm just stuck in my ways. I'm so impatient, I don't wanna take this. And it's so easy to think that you're worthless, but there's more to life, everyone has a purpose. Blame myself again.
There it is. Plain and simple right there, man. It's so easy to think that you're worthless, but there's so much more to life, and everyone does have a purpose. And, you know, that's true, just plain as day, word for word. I mean, it is easy to think when you're down in the dumps that you're not worth much, or that you won't be able to make much of yourself. But, you know, at the end of the day, everyone's capable of completing anything they put their mind to, right? But earlier in that verse, you know, he says, I got everything I ever wanted, but it doesn't feel the same. And he tells himself that he made it, but he's never really changed. And I feel like he's also talked about this a little before, how kind of how he thought that you know, once he became successful as an artist, that, you know, his mental state and his life as a whole would become better. And I think that he's expressed so far that has not been the case, and that he really hasn't changed his ways deep down. And, you know, don't get me wrong, he may have changed a little bit from who he was, because that's just bound to happen. But deep down, you know, he hasn't really, you know, shaken those habits or shaken those traumas, you know, whatever it may be, right? But you just got to remember that, you know, you're not worthless, and everyone does have a purpose, and Jesus, and that you know, everyone is here for a reason, and, you know, everyone can do anything they put their mind to, right?
That you're worthless, but there's more to life, everyone has a purpose. Blame myself again before I mess up. Bottle of the pain, I'ma drown my mistakes now. I've been down this road before now, always in this war now. And now I'm on the edge again, but I won't break down again before I find it. I'm always falling down, but I won't run, no, I'm not done.
I do like that guitar. Had a good sound. All right, so that was On the Edge by Josh Shea off the Lonely Vibes Deluxe Edition. And I will say this one was a little bit different from the rest of the songs off the Deluxe Edition so far. I mean, everything else has been very hardcore rap, and this one has definitely been along the same theme as the original release of Lonely Vibes, right? Which, you know, I'm perfectly okay with, because Lonely Vibes is a banger, no matter which side of the tape, so to speak, you listen to, right? But, you know, overall, man, I really enjoyed this one. Like I said, I really like the sound of it, and I like that it was a little bit different from the rest of the deluxe part so far. Kind of just, it almost seemed as like a break, right? You guys ever like learn about how like plays and stuff, you know, they have like the different acts, and in between them they have like those intermissions. I feel like this is kind of what that was. So I feel like the next song on the album is going to be right back to how like Bloodlust was, and how like No Mercy is, right? That really like aggressive, fast pace, on the beat, coming at you type of music, right? But, you know, I really enjoyed this one, man, and it definitely reminded me a lot of some of the other songs from the original release. Kind of maybe a mix of Painless, the Arcando remix, and the one he did with Gucci, High Waters, that I'm blanking on the title right now for whatever reason. But I enjoyed it, man, and hopefully you guys did. And if you did, please make sure to leave a like, hit that sub button, hit that bell, and we're dropping the next one. So I got for you guys for now. It's your boy Rock Soldier. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and even better to tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. All right, guys? Peace.